I'll always be with you. You'll
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Painted Dog TV with myself, Gareth Poole, as your guide. We have the very talented Andrew on camera with us, and we're also joined by our very good friend Alex. Alex, good to have you with us, bud.
Good to be here.
And welcome to all of you, folks. Very excited to be back out here. I've been away for the weekend, a couple of days away, and also very excited to have come back to some incredible news, folks. The younger of our two female cheetah here on the Rietspruit Game Reserve showed off her 5 brand new cubs this morning. One of the very lucky homeowners on Leadwood was out on a morning drive and bumped into the young female cheetah with 5 little fur balls walking along a road. They had an incredible sighting. The cubs were incredibly relaxed. In fact, came walking right up to the vehicle that had found them. Phenomenal stuff, everybody. And so you can imagine where we're going right now. We're going to head straight back to that area of where mom and cubs were last seen and see if we can get lucky to try and find them this afternoon for you all. Very, very exciting indeed. It's literally like a needle in a haystack, but we have a good bead on where they were this morning. We know where they headed to, so we're going to go try that area now, everybody, and see if we get lucky. Just quickly check in to see who of our pack members has joined us this afternoon. Hello Carol, Jennifer, Mary, Barbara, Michael, Elsa. Hello guys, welcome. Hello Di. Good to have you all with us. Hope you've all had a great weekend, and I hope you're all very excited for what I'm sure is going to be a beautiful afternoon out here, what may come. It's a gorgeous day, a lovely day. It's not too hot today. It's only about 31 degrees Celsius. But some more hot weather coming this week, and a bit of rain predicted again towards the end of the week as well. Could always do with more rain out here. But as you can see around us, folks, the bush is a beautiful rich green at the moment. We've had some rain, not a lot, not enough, but of course we are right at the beginning of our rainy season, so more rain coming, hopefully. Now we're going to get started this afternoon, everybody. We're going to go past Kudu Krip, little water hole which is not too far from here. Just see if anybody's having a drink right now, and then from there push on slightly further northeast to get to this area of where mom and her 5 cubs were seen this morning. First thing I asked when I found out about the sighting was, you know, which female was it? I had no idea that the young female had mated with the males, presumably the 2 males that we introduced recently. And it's been a long time since anybody had seen her, the younger female. Still no sign of the older female with her remaining single cub. But amazing to know that this young female now got a new litter. We're obviously all hoping that they will be successful in avoiding the other predators, the lions in particular, of course, and hyena also pose a threat to those little cubs. They're tiny, everybody, really, really young. I would say they're probably now about 10 weeks old, 10 or 12 weeks old, these cubs, just from the images that I've seen. Yes. Very happy that we got rid of the pedo tash. That thing is now history, a thing of the past.
Until November.
Well, yeah, until this time next year. Then we start all over again. Poor Kate. My wife's the happiest person on earth when I shaved it off this weekend. Thank you, Carol. I had a very good weekend. A beautiful weekend. Got to spend some time with all of my family, which was wonderful. Really, really wonderful. All my family that are down in Johannesburg.
Sam, I'd like to react to that. I'm on my way in.
Carol says thanks for cleaning critter cam, Andrew. Anytime. Good man. Amazing how often that little cam gets filthy, hey?
I think it's like when big mammals come through with tigers and stuff. A bit of water and it just water stains.
Yeah, and it picks up the dust. Good point, Carol. It is amazing to know that this cheetah and her cubs are within reach. They're on the side of the reserve, the Rietspruit Game Reserve. Crossed. Now the reality is actually not a million miles away from where those cheetah were seen this morning, so you never know, they could actually be in this area by now. It was obviously still early this morning when they were last seen. A couple of hours have passed, not a particularly hot day. She could have moved around with those cubs. We don't think she was taking them to a carcass, judging by the pace moving at. But she may have just taken the cubs to a spot where she wanted to stash them to then continue hunting. But we'll head to that area shortly after checking out this little water hole here. Seeing a lot of fresh rhino tracks crossing the road here. I didn't see whether it was white or black rhino, I just saw it out of the corner of my eye now, but a couple of rhino have headed to this water hole recently. Sounds like Kevin had a very interesting encounter with the black rhino bull this morning. Literally came charging right up to his vehicle, head on. And Kevin was just chatting to this black rhino the whole time. He stood in front of Kevin's vehicle for quite some time. An incredible sighting. I'm rather jealous, I won't lie. I love black rhino and I love their character. One of my favorite animals, that's for sure. Super exciting animal to encounter. Do love the white rhino too, of course, but black rhino being as rare as they are, and because of that aggressive temperament that they display, makes them one of my favorites. Beautiful bird calls this afternoon as well. Stunning day. No rhino here currently. The ones that I saw tracks of have obviously come and gone already. Not going to waste too much time here though, folks. Obviously time is of the essence, especially if we're going to track down this cheetah and her cubs. But as I mentioned, we're not too far away from where she was last seen. As the crow flies, probably about a mile due east of us now. And so what I'm actually going to do is a little road that now cuts in here that goes close to the drainage line, goes through some beautiful open grassland areas. She may have potentially come this way, so we'll start here before heading up to the last block where she was seen. Stations, apologies, had my radio down. Where's that cheetah sighting? like somebody's found a cheetah. I'm not sure which cheetah. And there's pretty decent tracks here of a female leopard that headed down into the riverbed here. Station controlling that cheetah sighting. Gareth. Not talking. So this female looked like that snipe. Came along this. Standing by.
Yeah, I'm a second there. I don't know that they haven't responded. But yeah, we're here at Lowveld of South Africa, the fence.
Sorry, Paul, confirm, is that the males?
Correct.
Copy, thank you. Right, so not the female cheetah and her cubs, everybody. But the most likely fathers of these little cubs. Just been found, the two males, cheetah males, on the eastern fence line of Lowveld, not too far from Lowveld of Dam. Quite a distance away from where the female and her cubs were seen this morning. Now I'm going to have to get myself away from these female tracks, everybody. It's hard to drive away from leopard tracks. But of course we have a different agenda this afternoon, everyone. And I assure you I would be absolutely blown away if we did manage to catch up with these cheetah this afternoon. The elephants have clearly been here recently. I'm just going to try sneak by here. Mind yourself there, Alex. See lots of debris around here, broken branches from where the elephants have been feeding. This is a marula tree that they fed on here. Looks fairly recent as well. Michael, I see you've mentioned that the line was also in the direction of the cheetah. Yeah, fingers crossed. There was no interaction there. Or at least if there was one, the cubs managed to get away. Busy elephants. Busy changing the entire environment here on the Rietspruit Game Reserve. But the vegetation here can certainly do with a lot more browsing from the elephants. A lot of the blocks here are still incredibly dense with encroaching plant species that took over because of all the cattle farming that was here many years ago. So have at it, elephants. Keep going. like some older hyena tracks there. Spotted hyena. It's not a hyena. It's that same female leopard. She came walking along here. Orange. Yeah. Orange-breasted bushrike calling. Another beautiful bird call. Love this time of the year, listening to all of the cuckoos, their beautiful calls. They are all back. I've heard almost all of the species that occur in this area. I haven't seen all of them yet, but I've certainly heard.
I'd like to respond to the cheetahs. I'm about 5 minutes north and coming from the south.
Just switching off to listen to the bush here for a couple minutes, everybody. See if we don't get lucky and hear any alarm calls. Good afternoon, Connie. Lovely to have you with us. Not sure if you heard the exciting news, but the younger female cheetah here on the Rietspruit Game Reserve was seen this morning with 5 new little cubs. Absolutely phenomenal stuff. That the other cheetah has now also got a litter of cubs, and that's what we're going to try our luck at this afternoon. Haven't got to the area yet of where they were last seen, but we are slowly making our way up there. Now, if this female cheetah is in need of making a kill, everybody. She's most likely going to be on the move now. It's a good time for her to go hunting now, just before nightfall. Temperatures dropped right down. So we might get lucky and bump into her walking along one of these roads as we're getting closer now to where she was last seen. Wait for this little wallow to fill up with water.
This wallow.
This is,
Bushwalk.
yeah, this is going to be an amazing spot for the rhino and elephants when we've had enough rain. So that's going to produce some incredible game viewing, that spot. In time. Just picked up on the tracks of a male lion that was walking along the road here. I wonder if this was the male lion that was seen heading in the direction of the cheetah. We do sometimes get a bit of signal breakup here, everybody, but it will be brief, just as I go through this drainage line here. Tracks of the elephants. Right, everybody, this is now very close to where this female cheetah and her babies were seen this morning, about 600-700 yards up onto this ridge to our left, and apparently they were heading south. So I wanted to check this road first. They may have crossed this road, or might even be walking along this road right now. Heads on a swivel. Andrew, did you guys drive this road this morning?
I didn't get lucky there.
But you did drive this road?
All the way to Build a Fair.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken, it is Build a Fair.
Yeah. But they were closer to Hoofpad, eh? Alrighty, well, let's see. Hopefully we'll get lucky, everybody. It's a beautiful area, regardless, an area we don't often drive. Haven't been in here in a long time. Not seeing those lion tracks anymore. I'm not sure which way that male lion went. He may have continued up over the ridge. Certainly doesn't look like he came up this way. Sounds like we have a branch that's trying to. You look around you here, everybody, and you see how high some of the grasses are. You can imagine these cheetah cubs being, as small as they are, how easy it would be to miss them in this long grass. But it's these open sodic areas where we might get lucky. They'll often rest in open areas like this, these cheetah, when they are resting. because then they have a better chance of seeing danger approaching them. Just getting rid of the hitchhiker. There, Andrew? Just scanning.
Using the camera as a binocular.
Very good, very
Should I
good.
say monocular?
You smell that there now, Andrew?
Yeah.
That's the silver cluster leaf. See here. So Andrew and I were discussing some of the interesting smells of the plants and flowers that are coming out at the moment, everybody. And this tree right next to us here, the silver cluster leaf, is just starting to flower now and gives off quite a pungent smell. There's a lot of interesting smells that come off of these flowers at this time of the year. Some of them good, some of them bad. All, of course, a way of them attracting all of the insects to their flowers for pollination. I want to quickly pop up to the top of this ridge. It's the very next road that goes to our right where these cheetah were seen. It's not too far up ahead here. Just quickly, it's a nice long straight road. I just want to quickly scan along the road. You never know, they might have come back up to this road after all the vehicles had left this area this morning.
The station that Wild Dog down with the lion, may I put
Don't see any movement along there. Just quickly see if there's any tracks of them coming out at this point. And what I'll do now, everyone, is I'll just circle the entire block. See if we don't get lucky bumping into them, but at the same time, just to see if we don't have any luck finding tracks of the cheetah again. A lot of big open areas on the right hand side of this road we're driving on here that feed down towards the drainage system, the drainage line. They might be lying up somewhere here. Going to take it really slow here now, folks. Now at a distance we're probably going to spot Mom before we see any of these cubs. She's obviously going to be standing tall above the grass versus the cubs, which will still be concealed in the grass, this tall grass. Nothing. All very quiet as well for the time being, not hearing any alarm calls. Zebra just ran out of the block here. Interesting. It's not impossible that the zebra was spooked by us, however. But it certainly came trotting out of the block to our right here pretty quickly. Maybe it just bumped into some cheetah cubs. I think we are sort of right on the money where we are here now, everybody, as to where exactly the cheetah were last seen. So they were walking along this road, and then I believe went into our right here towards this drainage line.
Michelle, coming for Poole.
Poole, I'm looking for the position of the cheetahs.
Lowveld of South Africa, we're headed to the eastern fence of Lowveld, right on the coast.
Copy, thank you. Can I make my way?
No problem.
Copy, thank you.
Just wanted to stop here for a minute or two. This is where that zebra came running out from, and it's also where these cheetah went in. Just want to see if we don't hear anything. Michael, I see that you've raised a point about, the feeding effects of the elephants on the Rietspruit Game Reserve and how that's going to open up the bush, the vegetation. And yes, I would agree. I would definitely think that that would benefit cheetah to have more open grassland. They certainly would be more successful with the cubs. With it being as dense as it is pretty tough for these cheetah moms, because the other predators is just, they're clearly being able to sneak up on these cubs and the mother a lot easier. Andrew, are you looking for black mamba in the trees again? Andrew is quite crazy about snakes, everybody. Well, reptiles in general. And we had an amazing sighting of a black mamba going up a tree a couple of weeks back. So Andrew's trying to find another one for you. Or maybe a chameleon.
I tried to find a chameleon last night.
No luck.
No luck.
Not seeing or hearing anything here, everybody, so we'll just carry on circling the block. To this same drainage system just on the other side, and that's where we'll go to next. That's the direction these cheetah were heading.
These lines are quite static, so they're not going anywhere.
Copy that, no problem. Just take a step by yellow.
mobile along the road.
Sounds like the pride of lions and the male lions, at least two of the lions I think, have been located on Kind Lovu this afternoon, everyone. So that's good news for the cheetah cubs. They are quite a distance away from this area, for the time being the lions. Mongoose. Slender mongoose. Awesome. Good spot. Now I've just said that the other lions were located on Kind Lovu, folks. There are also tracks of a male lion here, maybe the injured male lion that headed up the road there. Now if you continue along that road, it takes you straight into Boskamp, up on this ridge close to the airstrip. Looks like that male lion may have gone that way. Andrew, you said you guys circled this block this morning, huh?
We went down Zebra Point.
Yeah, it's just up ahead there.
To the bush north.
Copy that. Can I approach? We'll take a step up.
Yes, you can approach.
So Andrew, who was it, you and Jana, that came out this morning afterwards? Andrew and Jana came out here this morning, everybody, after we got an update of the cheetah with the cubs, and they circled this block doing exactly what we're doing here now, and had no luck. They didn't see them, didn't see tracks. And so what I'm hoping is we find tracks on top of the vehicle tracks from this morning. Certainly makes it a little bit easier for me to try to track them down. You know, having these fresh tyre tracks on the road here now. What time was that you were here this morning?
Probably like 10, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. Just bumped into a beautiful red-crested coron here, everybody. It's so nice to see one out in the open like this. Most incredible markings in those feathers. It's so cool if we could see him do his display whilst we've got him here in the open. This is a male bird. They're very territorial. And they vigorously defend their territory by calling and doing a remarkable display where they fly up above the ground, or rather above the tree canopy, just 40-50 yards above the tree canopy, and then literally tuck their wings in and fall back down to the earth as they do like a backward somersault. And just before they hit the ground, they'll open their wings to land. A remarkable display to try and warn off other males, and at the same time to try and attract females. It's amazing how well he blends in when he gets into the grass. You see the bird tilting his head to the side like that? So he's busy searching the grass stalks for insects. These corons are insect-eating birds. And so he tilts his head like that for two reasons. One, to scan the ground and look for the insects he wants to feed on, but at the same time also raising his head up high to look for birds of prey that may come down and attack him. And just as I said that, there's a bird of prey above us here, quite high up. Judging by its forked tail, I would guess this is a yellow-billed kite. It is very high up though. Andrew can't even crane his neck back enough, or the camera back enough to get it. Oh, well done. Good effort. Alrighty, very nice. Let's carry on. Come on, cheetahs. Show yourselves. Look at that, eh? Amazing bird. There's certainly been a lot of impala that have walked over your vehicle tracks here, Andrew. So there was definite food about for that female cheetah. Impala will probably make up the bulk of her diet here on the Rietspruit Game Reserve. That, along with the common duiker and the steenbok, are probably the three antelope species that she'll feed on the most. And we're spoilt actually on this reserve with an abundance of all three of those antelope. The populations are thriving here. Now there are baboon tracks on the road here too. Even a baboon, a big male baboon, will pose a threat to a cheetah's cubs. Big bird of prey just took off from the ground here. In front of us here, just 50 yards in front of us here. Couldn't quite make out what it was. And when you see a big bird of prey like that flying off the ground, you always want to have a close look to see if there's not a carcass they were feeding on. I certainly don't see any carcasses, but what is fascinating is sometimes these large raptors will actually be feeding on termites, or rather the elates, the flying termites. Tawny eagles often do that. I've also seen steppe eagle do it. I've seen Wahlberg's eagle feeding on termites. Just one set of tracks that I just want to quickly look at back here, folks. I thought it was a lion track that I'd seen earlier, but it was just another one of these baboons that was walking along the road here. I'm going to switch the vehicle off a lot to listen, not just for alarm calls, but for the cheetah themselves in this area, everybody. But we'll carry on for now, closing in on this block or closing off this block. I haven't seen any tracks of them yet.
On now, I think, on Kaya, somewhere near Wild Dog Dam.
Copy, Michelle and Paul, thank you.
Carol, thanks for the update on the lion scenario. It's interesting that one of the ginger males is out on his own. It'd be him then that was walking along here this morning.
Oh, sorry, I'm completely blanking. It was the ginger male. This morning we bumped into a member of ours.
Whereabouts, Andrew?
300 meters north of the airstrip.
Okay. So he'd actually moved then beyond where these cheetah were. That's good.
Yeah. And then I think Kevin found him at Boskamp drinking.
Okay. There we go. Just heard a woodland kingfisher.
We saw one yesterday as well.
Oh, awesome. There you go. It's calling behind us. Quite a distance away though, everybody. Probably not going to get to see this particular woodland kingfisher, but that's wonderful to hear one calling. And is that you did get one on a drive though yesterday?
Yeah, not drive.
Not on a drive.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So we're still waiting to see the first woodland kingfisher on one of our live safaris. So the last movements of this female cheetah and her cubs, everybody, was apparently heading straight south. So if she carried on with that trajectory, she then would have had to have crossed this road. That is, of course, if she keep moving. She may have stopped somewhere in this big block of land that we have now between where we were earlier. There's the drainage line that's between us. And she may have stopped, she may have even stashed the cubs in that drainage line or very close to it. But we'll see now if we don't find any tracks of them crossing this road. It's a tough one, tough road. It's got a lot of rock on it. There are a couple of areas where they may have crossed and then I would have missed them. But if I don't see anything here, then I'm just going to keep going south and see if we don't get lucky. Just saw a dwarf mongoose come out of this big termite mound here.
Which hole?
Furthest to the left. But it went around the back side of the mound. I just wanted to see if there weren't more that maybe come out. I don't see any coming out of the holes, but I do hear movement behind the mound here. These dwarf mongoose obviously will sleep inside these holes in the termite mounds at night. And so as we approach nightfall now, you might find that they're starting to go back into those holes in the mound. Don't see any here now though. I was just listening to the bird calls while we were stopped there. A flock of European bee eaters somewhere up here, up high. I can hear them calling quite high up above the ground. Another beautiful bird call.
Sorry, go again?
Good afternoon, Marcy. Lovely to have you with us. We are busy searching for a female cheetah with 5 brand new little cubs that was seen very close to where we are now earlier this morning. Haven't had any luck yet, but my spidey senses tell me we are probably very close to where they might be. Just going to quickly stop and listen again, see if I don't hear any alarm calls. Michael, I see you've asked the question, other than a martial eagle, what birds of prey might take a small cheetah cub? Very good question. I honestly wouldn't put it past southern ground hornbill. If they were really little cubs, you know, when they're first born. That's a possibility. Maybe even a steppe eagle. Very quiet. Such a gorgeous time of the day. It'd be a pretty damn good time to run into a cheetah with 5 cubs. That's for damn sure. I think Alex behind me here would probably do a triple backflip if that happened.
In position of 3, Cheetah now on the Bloodline Fence Line Junction, Lowveld of South Africa.
Just thinking about those eagles again that could potentially kill and eat cheetah cubs. Another one might be the Verreaux's eagle. Black eagle, also a massive bird of prey. Not that they occur here, however. We don't get the Verreaux's eagle on the Rietspruit Game Reserve. But certainly a bird powerful enough to feed on a young cheetah, kill and eat a young cheetah. Apologies for the breakup there, everybody. I think it was just while we were going through that little drainage line. I'm hoping that you've all got picture again and can hear me okay. I'm going to have a look now. Don't think so. No, I think that's civet. Yeah, keep an eye on the road up there. They might pop out there. To everyone, it's an intersection of roads. We don't have any tracks here. Yeah. They might still be in this block. Maybe we were wrong. Maybe she did lead them to a kill in the block there. And she was just taking her time getting back in there. They will sometimes do that, you know, they slow their approach to a kill just to make sure they're not bumping into any other predators that may have located the carcass while she was going back to retrieve the cubs. So it is possible that they may have been feeding on something in this block and then would have moved a little distance away from the carcass but have settled somewhere. I haven't seen a single track of these cheetah at all today.
They Station approaching the lion sighting on Contractors Road, Kaya. Please, can you identify yourself? Okay, you'll see the lion entry on the side. We've got two males by the side of the red car. There are four females.
Just going to spend one more minute here, everyone, just to listen out to see if we don't hear anything before we carry on going a bit further south from here. Jennifer, I think it's probably been close to 3 weeks now since that female cheetah with the single cub was last seen. Maybe even longer than that. It's been a long time. There was a recent sighting of a female cheetah that ran away from the pride. The pride had a go at one of the female cheetah. Still not sure which female it was. Whether it was our younger female cheetah or the older one. But there was no sign of any cubs in that particular sighting. I see Michael's requesting to see a bush baby this evening. That would be really cool if we found the bush baby later. But not hearing much stirring here, folks. I'm going to keep going south. You never know, we might still get lucky. Maybe I've missed the tracks somewhere back here on one of those rocky sections. Across.
Hello, come in for Gareth.
We might bump into the male lion that we had tracks of earlier as well, folks. He was heading this direction too, heading south.
Can I join you at the lion?
red-chested cuckoo calling up ahead. Andrew's bird.
It's my best friend. My left grunt.
Your buddy.
My little buddy.
In small doses, it really is a pretty call. Quite close to the road here. Don't see him though. Which is normally the case with the red-chested cuckoo. Usually very well concealed. Might also just quickly pop up to the airstrip here, everybody, outside Boskamp, and have a look for these cheetah. She might have gone up that way. Carol saying that she thought the collared elephant bull was your best buddy.
Sure. No, not friends.
You guys are not mates.
I did show him his boss though. I was petrified.
So you sure you showed him who's boss then? Oh dear, Andrew's been having some fun in my absence, I hear. It's wonderful. Right, I'm just going to pop up onto the airstrip here, everybody. Light is starting to fade pretty quickly now. Not going to be able to track for much longer. quickly get to the top of the ridge, scan the bottom end of the airstrip, and then come back and go past Boskamp. That male lion was seen drinking at the waterhole at Boskamp this morning. Not too sure how far he would have got from there, but he might be close by to us here. A group of very relaxed impala feeding at the bottom of the airstrip here, folks. So not likely there are any cheetah around here right now. Just look at this sunset here though, folks. The view from up here out towards the Drakensberg mountain range is quite something. This is a very special place. Right, let's see if we can find any signs of this male lion on the other side of the camp here, folks. He may have even continued on towards the boma where the wild dogs are. He may have gone and had a sniff around there again.
Got a lock on the 2 male cheetahs with 1 male other side of the beach.
Very interesting update on the radio. The 2 male cheetah were located on our eastern fence line this afternoon, and apparently they're busy having a go or an interaction with a male cheetah that's come and joined them from the other side, from the Blue Canyon Conservancy, the reserve next door to us. Quite interesting development there. They're doing what the male lions have always been doing, up against the fence line. Trying trying to stamp the authority against the other cheetah. Our males are still pretty young, so they might actually be intimidated by what I would imagine is a fully grown male cheetah on the Blue Canyon Conservancy that's up against the fence at the moment. Interesting. There's some lion tracks here, everybody, from what I can only imagine is last night. And they come straight out from the boma. The boma where the wild dogs are is just here. So these lions walked around. It actually looks like lioness tracks. So some of the pride walked around the boma last night before heading down towards Ndlovu, which is where they are currently. That's maybe why the ginger male was down here. He may have picked up on their scent, and he came down here looking for them. Pretty recent white rhino tracks there. That we're also heading towards the boma. I am going to go past the boma here quick, folks. But I just wanted to come down here and see if I could find the tracks of this male lion that had a drink at the camp here this morning. Have on a number of occasions actually found the male lion sleeping in this area where we are right now, close to this termite mound. So I thought I'd just quickly come have a look here and see if we weren't lucky again today. sure where this line went from the water. The water where he was drinking this morning is just a couple 100 yards up there. But we are not allowed to drive up to that water hole. So we'll just carry on, everyone. I'm going to head to the boma now. See if we don't see anything around there, and just see if we also don't get lucky and see the dogs. A pack of 5 male wild dogs that are still in the boma awaiting the arrival of some females. Gonna have to feed these wild dogs again pretty soon. I think we'll probably have to come back and feed them on Tuesday. Carol, I definitely recall one sighting of the males that were interacting with a female very close to FC, actually, back near Hayes on the southern fence line of Blaubank, close to the old airstrip there. We had a sighting of the cheetah boys that were interacting with a female that was on the other side. But I don't think I've ever seen a male cheetah on the other side. I know they're obviously there, but I personally haven't seen a male cheetah on the Blue Canyon Conservancy. Tracks of a cheetah here, guys.
Oh, it could have been the brothers from last night. We had them hunting.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. No, that might be it. It's also tracks of a male lion going that way. Yeah, I certainly don't see any cheetah cub tracks here. Just going to quickly pop up to the water trough and see if we don't see the wild dogs here, folks. Ah, there they are. Just seen one of the wild dogs pop its head up here and quickly say hello to the boys. How incredibly lucky we are to have such good access to these wild dogs at the moment.
Sorry.
Is that all, eh?
That's,
No more exposure.
that's it.
Ah.
Sorry.
No, Andrew, don't say sorry. It's not your fault.
Fair enough.
But I think you can just make out the wild dog there in picture, everybody. We're struggling a little bit with the low light conditions now. There's a second one that's lying down just next to him. He's just got up. Oh, there's another one. That's That's a bit better. They're looking good. The wild dogs were fed yesterday, which is also probably why they didn't come running up to the gate when I first pulled up here. They are not hungry right now, but like I was saying, everybody, I'll be back on Tuesday to feed them again. And really, really, really hoping we'll get the results of the genetic testing of the female wild dogs that we're hoping to introduce to these males sooner rather than later, so that we can send them on their way and they can be free again. Alright folks, I'm going to leave the dogs be, let them get settled in for the night. Just take a slow drive along this road here. I did see a set of male lion tracks going south here. Could be the male that was seen this morning. Often picked up the eland at this time of the day along Hoofpad here, along this road as well. Love to see them again. Right, Michael, let's see if we can find that bush baby for you now. They will certainly be active already. Copy. This little area where we're driving now, there's quite a lot of knobthorn trees. Knobthorn and black monkey thorn. These bush babies spend a lot of time in those species of tree, actually feeding on the sap that comes out of the acacia family of trees. Big part of their diet is tree gum or tree sap. bush smells fantastic tonight as well. So happy to be smelling this air again after a weekend in Johannesburg. Very different smell. The bush certainly smells a lot better. Spotted a set of eyes in here, everyone, that I'm just trying to get a better look at. I do think it's my nemesis, however. Well, not my nemesis, but the common daco who always throws me. Shame, it's actually a baby impala that's in there. Not a leopard, but that's okay. We love baby impalas. Sleep tight, little one. Good evening, Andy. Lovely to have you join us for the last little bit. We are searching for bush babies and chameleons and black mambas and aardvark and pangolin. So a short list that we've got to pull off in the next 2-3 minutes. No problem. Well, unfortunately, folks, no luck in finding cheetah mom and new cubs this evening. But I assure you, we will be searching for them again very, very soon. And all the other wonderful creatures, of course, that exist here on the Rietspruit Game Reserve. Cannot wait to show you all these new cheetah cubs, the new additions to our beautiful reserve. Hopefully we'll catch up with them soon. But of course, always fun being out here, trying our luck, exploring this beautiful place. Nice to briefly touch base with the wild dogs. Very beautiful afternoon indeed. Thank you everybody for joining us. Michael, sorry we didn't find the bush baby, but we'll try again soon. Have a lovely day everybody. Thanks again for joining us. I'll see you soon.